Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at the current battle in Bakhmut in what I like to call the Art of an Encirclement. We're going to be looking at the current situation as well as predicting how this battle is going to turn out, so stick around. In this video, I'm going to discuss the encirclement of the city of Bakhmut in Ukraine in the current war. As you can see from this map, this was the situation around the city of Bakhmut on December 1st, 2022. Here you can see clearly that Bakhmut city has not been surrounded. There has been some pushes to Perilous here and a little bit on the south, but most of it, the push was straightforward, trying to capture some of the outlying areas of the city itself. The situation is quite different now. As you can see from this map, the Russian forces have pushed beyond Perilous in the north and actually have gone around this way, and then they have continued to push and put pressure on the front lines here while taking a massive amount of land around this way. Now, you may be wondering what the Russians are trying to do or why they haven't taken the city of Bakhmut. Well, originally it was thought that the city of Bakhmut was the target for the Russian forces. And it still is, because that is a gateway to some other areas to the north and to the southwest. However, I think the Russians discovered that taking the city by straight-on attacks was a mistake, because there are some hills around this side here. In fact, basically there's hills all around, and this is a valley in the middle. But the Ukrainian defenses on the hillside could easily counterattack the Russian forces. So that wasn't working out. But this is an encirclement of the city nonetheless, and it's not an encirclement as you would think it to be. Most encirclements, of course, take place when the entire city is encircled by opposing forces, therefore cutting off the defenders from any outside forces. That does not appear to be the aim of the Russian forces. They look like they want to take Chezivar here and take some areas in the north. Why are they doing that? Simply because they can cut off these main highways here. Once the roadways are cut off, supply to Bakhmut will end, and it'll only be a matter of time, especially with the winter, that the Ukrainian forces surrender. Now, they can still get a lot of their reinforcements from some of these minor roads here, but if we zoom in a little closer, here's Bakhmut, here's the contested areas on the outskirts, obviously shown here by this battle icon here. There's still pushes and pressure being put on here, but what you don't really see here is once you cut off the city through here and through the north, you only have these minor roads through here for reinforcements and maybe some fields. That's insufficient. And in fact, this area here, this small roadway here is from Chezivar, and that will be cut off by the Russians advancing down below as well. So the Russians are coming through here. They are attacking through some wooded areas, and they have some rivers and creeks, but they're also attacking this way to cut off the road. And really the objective here is to cut off the Ukrainian forces. So this is not an encirclement as you would think it to be in normal cases, or at least the way it used to be done in back in World War II or World War I. The encirclement won't be completed most likely, but what will happen is that the roadways will get cut off and there will be no further supplies into the city of Bakhmut. The Ukrainians, unfortunately, in my opinion, have only one option left, and that is to retreat. They're going to end up having to go through most of these fields, as they will not be able to utilize these roadways any longer to retreat. And this is very dangerous because obviously if they retreat through the open area, especially in the wintertime, they're going to be subject to aerial attack, helicopter attack, jet fighters, as well as artillery and drones. So the troops that are left here in Bakhmut are in a bad predicament. And this encirclement will most likely be completed probably within 1 to 2 weeks, in my opinion. As always, I like to report information in a objective manner. And so this is the process that's happening here in Bakhmut. Once the city of Bakhmut falls, there's going to be other repercussions. Simply stated, you're going to have Kramatorsk here further east in danger. The Russians will advance this way. They're still pushing this way. And they're still maintaining pressure this way. So I think the stated goals of the Russian political system and military is to capture all of this area here. I think they're making pretty good progress at the moment, especially here in the south as well, and maintaining pressure. That's the way I see it. That's the encirclement of Bakhmut. As always, thank you for watching. Leave a comment below. Catch you on the next one.